Hey everyone, and welcome to the Real State of Real Estate show. I'm your host Adam Greenberg of the Montana Real Estate Consultants team at Coldwell Banker Distinctive Properties, located in beautiful Bozeman, Montana. Today's show, the top 5 things first-time home buyers need to know. So let's get to it. Step number 1 is twofold. You want to select a local expert realtor and have them recommend 3 to 5 lenders so you can get pre-approved for a loan. Why is it important to rely on your realtor for this step? It's because realtors and lenders work hand in hand from the beginning of the process all the way through to the closing table. And your expert realtor will know the lenders that will go above and beyond to make sure you get pre-approved for the home of your dreams. And once pre-approved, you're ready to move on to step number 2. Step number 2 is the most fun part. It's time to go shopping. Now, I always suggest you have the conversation with your realtor before going shopping for a home to key in exactly what it is that you're looking for. Things like how many bedrooms, what size yard is needed. Maybe you need a well-equipped kitchen, a 2-car garage, an open floor plan, an owner's suite on the first floor, and so on. Now, I know statistically, 93% of you start your search online to get an idea of what's available. But it's important to lean on your realtor to help guide you through the process. They can help weed out all the properties that don't fit your criteria and help narrow the field to 3 to 5 perfect homes. In my experience, if your realtor knows what it is that you're looking for, you will most likely fall in love with one of those 3 to 5 properties and be ready to move on to step number 3 faster than without your realtor's help. And let me tell you, in our market, time is of the essence. It's a seller's market. That basically means inventory is low and homes are selling quickly. It's not unheard of at all to see a home get listed and go under contract within 24 hours, and that home had multiple offers on it. That also ties us back into step number 1. When you're pre-approved, your offer looks stronger to a seller than an offer where the buyer hasn't been pre-approved yet. So, here we are, step number 3, making your offer. This is where having an experienced expert realtor in your corner will help you again in the buying process. This is your first step into the negotiations with the selling party. Not only are you offering them a price for their home, but your realtor will help you to negotiate other factors that need to be considered in your offer. Things like contingencies. Those will allow you to terminate the contract and get your earnest money back. What's earnest money? What are examples of contingencies? These are all great questions. Earnest money is the amount of money you are willing to put down at the time of your offer to show how much interest and intent you have in purchasing the seller's home. This price is usually about 1% of the offered price, but if you want to show the seller that you are super interested in this property, you can offer more. Whatever amount you put down is, it will be applied toward the cost of the home at closing. Remember, this is money that is coming out of your pocket and is separate from the loan amount. These monies will be held by the title company, a third party to the transaction, whose job it is to make sure that the proper documentation and money is collected to ensure a smooth transfer of ownership from the seller to the buyer. The contingencies built into the contract allow you to have certain benchmarks that have to be satisfied. Otherwise, you can terminate the contract and get your earnest money back. Standard examples of contingencies are the inspection, the appraisal, the condition of the title, and the ability to secure a loan from the lender. Now, some of these contingencies will have release dates, and some will take you all the way up through to the closing table. Keep an eye out for a future show where we'll dive more into these contingencies and how they work. Your expert realtor, again, can negotiate all of these contingencies and other items. Maybe the seller has a deep freezer in the garage you want included in the price. Maybe you had fallen in love with some of the furnishings throughout the home. Maybe you're offering on a 20-acre ranch property and there's an amazing cherry red 1952 Ford pickup truck frame out in the barn that needs to be restored. See, all of these types of scenarios can be included in your initial offer. And again, this is where having an expert realtor in your corner is going to help you tremendously. There is a difference between a good or even a great realtor and an expert realtor. They all may know the market stats and how to write a contract, but your realtor will also be an expert in negotiation. And in my experience, that is the difference between getting some or most of what you're looking for in a home and getting everything you want in the home. Hey, let's take a quick pause for a word from our sponsor.
And that's pretty much it. It's a great house, great neighborhood.
It's great. Sam's still getting used to the idea of moving.
Sam, you play basketball?
Yeah.
Let me show you something. Now I'm thinking you put your hoop right here, and you even got enough room for a three-point line. One of the things I've noticed is that if you got a hoop in your driveway, you make friends real fast.
At Coldwell Banker Distinctive Properties, our agents don't just understand real estate, they understand what home is all about.
All right, we're back. So, your offer's been accepted. Let's move on to step number 4, the inspection and appraisal process. Again, your knowledgeable realtor should be able to connect you with a list of great home inspectors. The home inspection is a critical period in the home buying process. It's like a detailed snapshot of the condition of the home on the day that they inspect. They'll inspect the whole house from top to bottom. For example, the condition of the roof, the exterior siding, the gutters and how they're draining, seals on all the exterior exhaust lines from interior fans and dryer vents, condition of the interior flooring and paint, cabinets, everything cosmetic. And if there's a basement or crawl space, they'll check the foundation walls, support beams, studs, and so much more that there's not even enough time to discuss it in this show. A good inspector will go above and beyond to make sure they look over everything. Keep in mind, though, they can only comment on what they see at the time of the inspection, and most inspectors don't give a guarantee. You are hiring them for their expertise and advice on what needs addressed in the home immediately and what might be a problem down the road. Once they provide you and your realtor with the inspection report, you and your realtor will review it and then provide a document called the inspection notice to the sellers, asking for fixes to issues that need addressed, or ask for money off the original offered price to cover the cost that you will need to do on your own post-closing, or even a credit at closing to cover your lender closing costs equal to the amount of the repairs. Again, depending on your needs and financial situation, you and your realtor will come up with the best plan for negotiations on the inspection notice. Now, the appraisal. It is an evaluation set up by your bank of the home to see if the agreed upon price is within the current market value. If the appraisal comes in higher than your offer, then you have instant equity in your home. Congratulations. If it comes in below your offered price or market value, you can decide at that point if you want to continue to purchase the home, renegotiate the price to reflect the appraisal amount, or a combination thereof. Your loan amount is a number based on the price of the home, and depending on your type of loan, which we'll discuss in a future show, the bank will only give you a certain percentage of its value. If the appraisal is lower than the agreed upon price, you might have to bring more money to the table or out of pocket in order to purchase. This is where those contingencies will give you an opportunity to terminate the contract if the home is not the right one for you. Okay, so you got through the inspection and appraisal processes. Welcome to step number 5, the closing day. You are going to meet your realtor and your lender's closing officer at the title company. You remember the title company, right? They've been holding on to your earnest money. Well, the title company's closing officer is going to walk you through and explain all the documents needed to transfer ownership of the property from the seller to you, and also explain all of your loan documents from the lender, possibly with the assistance of your lender's closing agent. Your expert realtor will also oversee both and help answer any outstanding questions that you may have. Now, make sure to stretch out your writing hand because you're going to be signing your name multiples of times. And once all the paperwork is completed and the title's closing officer has all the required funds, they will record the transaction down at the proper governmental agency, and you have now become an official homeowner. It's time to celebrate and start to move into your new home. So guys, those are the 5 major steps in purchasing your first home. I hope that you found today's show helpful, and don't miss my next show where we'll dive deep into those contingencies within a contract and how you can use them to your advantage when making an offer on a home. So until then, I'm Adam Greenberg with the Montana Real Estate Consultants team at Coldwell Banker Distinctive Properties in Bozeman, and I'll see you on our next show where we always discuss the real state of real estate. See you soon.